In
will not buy a loaf
1779,
of bread.
America's own money was literally worth less than
An
toilet
entire
paper.
month's pay.
3
and it is
years into the
worthless.
Revolution,
God help
and the
us,
country
what are
that
we to
declared
do?
independence with soaring words about liberty couldn't pay its own soldiers. Congress had no power to tax, so they did the only thing they could. They printed money, mountains of it. And by 1779, the Continental dollar had collapsed so badly that soldiers used stacks of bills as wallpaper. That's not a metaphor. They actually wallpapered their barracks with cash. George Washington wasn't just fighting the British. He was commanding an army that was starving, unpaid, and losing faith. Meanwhile, a typical American family lived on the razor's edge. Breakfast was cornmeal mush. Coffee and tea were gone. British blockades saw to that. Your neighbor might be a loyalist spy.
They're marching down
Continental
the road.
soldiers might show up and
Hush,
take your last
child.
pig,
Who is marching?
handing you
The
worthless
soldiers,
paper in
the
return.
Continental line.
And your children, half the population was under 16, grew up not knowing if this experiment called America would survive the winter. This was also the year Washington ordered the Sullivan expedition, a scorched earth campaign that
Eat,
burned
my
over
son.
40 Iroquois villages to the ground.
Thank you, Mother.
And the Penobscot expedition in Maine became America's worst naval disaster for 162 years. Paul Revere himself was court-martialed for his role in that fiasco. The revolution wasn't just brave men crossing rivers and paintings. It was chaos, failure, and desperate improvisation. Oh, and David Bushnell was floating explosive kegs down the Connecticut River, trying to blow up British ships, America's first naval mines. Scene 4. Here's the number that changes everything about 1779. Congress printed $140 million in Continental dollars to fund the revolution. By the end of 1779, it took $42 in Continental currency.
This paper is
to buy
worthless.
what $1
It will not
coin
feed
could
or
buy.
clothe our troops.
That means every
The
soldier
men
who
cannot
bled for
endure much
independence,
more of this.
every farmer who sold crops to the army,
This
every
paper
widow
is
who
worthless.
accepted paper money for
It
her
will not
husband's
buy us
death.
food or
They were
warm
paid
clothes.
in paper that
The
was
men
almost
cannot hold out
worthless.
much longer,
The
General.
phrase, "not worth a Continental," became an American insult that lasted a century. Freedom had a price. And in 1779...
Dispatches for the
almost
General!
nobody
Urgent
could
news
afford
from
it.
Trun!
So tell me, what would you have fought for, knowing your country couldn't even pay you?